Welcome to the new Stage Analysis UK website. I just want to go through a few things just to explain what the website offers. It's the sister site to our main website, Stage Analysis, with the US market. So this version is based purely on the UK market, covering the major LSE stocks and ETFs. So if you first land, and you obviously, after you subscribed, front page changes a little bit. You've got the members dashboard, but if you come firstly into the UK stock screener, you'll see we've got a bunch of filters at the top with presets that allow you to obviously quickly jump into obviously potential screens. So for example, if you're just looking for what's been strong on the day, quickly positive day plus strong close, and then you can jump into the charts. You can see the weekly charts of these in order of strength, and so you can flip through to daily charts from the weekly charts. And in here we have options to change whether you want to see a 2-column grid, and then you can obviously change that. You can also change the view, whether it's slightly bigger charts or you want a single column view, so 1-column grid. So you can scroll through the charts one by one. Obviously the default is 3-column grid, which makes it really easy just to quickly go through the results of the various screens. So for example, here we're looking for what's had a strong and which are rebounding at the moment. So you can see we've got 18 results here, and we've got a bunch of different quality filters with multiple time frames, so you can do both weekly and daily options with these. So the starter score is our Stage Analysis technical attributes, which helps us to obviously rate the stocks. So based on their technical strength, it goes from a 0 to a 10. So we've got a weekly score and a daily score. So using both of those can really help to refine where a stock is based on how strong they are, as well as the relative strength on the charts. So with the different screens, you can go through, you can make your own chart lists, you can save the tickers off and go to the different platforms. So you want to go to Trading View and dump them into a watch list there, but you can create your own chart lists. So you come up here, you can create a new list, you can just save what you like. So come back onto the screen here, for example. So it takes a minute or two to load initially when the stocks have just updated. So maybe 5 to 10 seconds. So on the first load. So when you want to save a new chart list, you can just quickly click Save New Chart List. So I'll put this one up as a test here. So test 1, save chart list. Then the results are put into here. And if we come back into the screener now, you can obviously add to that chart list at any time, but then that's saved in this list here with your various chart lists, and then you can quickly go through and look at the results in that. You can come through to the individual stock pages, so click on the heading here, BT. You can see we come through into that, and when you're in the stock page, you've got the groups, the industries, and the sub-industries, so you can quickly jump to the different stocks in the same groups. So if we go to the sector communication services, it shows you the chart of what the sector's doing and then the stocks in order of strength. So you can see at the moment, obviously Helios here is one of the third strongest currently. So Bloomsbury Publishing, for example, is the strongest in the communication services at the moment. You can see we've got it's in what we call early stage 2. So just starting to break out at the moment. You can, down at the bottom here, we've got some options in the chart attributes. You can add the 40-week moving average. You can turn on the stage's background, which puts the stage 2 is green, stage 4 is red, and stage 1 and 3 are coloured blue. So you can have that on or off. You can have momentum, which uses the elder impulse. So on the weekly chart, it's the weekly elder impulse, and on the daily, it's the daily elder impulse. So you can see when it's green, it's positive; when it's red, it's negative; when it's blue, it's neutral. Similar to how the stages work, but obviously a bit more aggressive. So you've got your classic major stocks in the UK market, like Lloyd's, for example. It's in the diversified banks group. You can see at the moment it's actually the second week, even though it's one of the strongest charts in the market overall, in terms of in a big long move in stage 2 and just moving to stage 3 currently. There's actually stronger diversified banks at the moment. So BGO, for example, EO is actually stronger, still in what we call stage 2B. So 2B means it's late in stage 2. So, and then when you come out of the individual stock charts, so we've got the relative strength section. So you've got sub-industries, industry groups and sectors. So click into sub-industries. It lists those in strength order. You can change those to sort by the 1 week change in terms of what's moved the best this week. If you click on any of the headings here, it brings out a slide out panel showing you the individual stocks within those groups. So you can see HMI here is getting close to its potential stage 2 level here. So you can also do by different times. So 4 week change, for example, electronic components has been the strongest in the last 4 weeks. You can see obviously had a really big move there. So that's based on Raspberry Pi is the strongest stock in that group at the moment. So if you click on that, you can see that's had a stage 2 breakout 4 weeks ago and has been moving higher strongly in stage 2 since. So, but you can also view the individual chart views of all of these in order of however you've got it set. So massive relative strength for the various different weekly changes. You can jump to different types. So you just want to look at sectors, for example. So you've got the UK sectors here. So at the moment, energy has been leading, pulled back and started to rebound. But in the last 4 weeks, if we change this to 4 week change on best, you'll see information technology has been the strongest since the bottom in the swing low in the market recently. So that's the relative strength sections. And then we come through into the market breadth. We've got the interactive market breadth tool. So if you hover over any of these, it tells you the name of the group and the percentage of stocks that are technically healthy. So for example, system software, we've got 50% of the system software stocks are technically healthy. If you click on this, opens a side panel, shows you the individual stocks within that sub-industry and shows you them in order of strength. So the SATA score is their technical attribute. So 7 is a strong score and 2 is a weak score. So mobility 1 here, MBO, you'll see is in a strong stage 2 advance at the moment. Get Busy PLC here obviously is in stage 3 at the moment. So, and then we can see some other areas. You've got oil and gas production, 60.61%, so bigger group. And then again, strength in order of strength through here. So CPLAT petroleum development has been on a strong stage 2 move for a while now, for example. So you can quickly go through the individual groups, sectors, industries, etc., and look for the stocks that are the strongest or starting to improve with technical attributes. If you click on the heading of that, it brings you through into another breadth page. It shows you all of the individual stocks and some of the breadth metrics for those. So you can see the oil and gas exploration production group at the moment, which has been one of the leading areas. So you can obviously view these back in the screener as well. So when you're in the screener at the top here, just reset that. You've got the sub-industries, so that oil and gas, if we scroll down to that, exploration production group, so you can see that group at the moment, Seascape there, and then you can look through the individual charts. So for example, today SEA, if we change to a daily view here, is trying to move out with a new stage 2 continuation breakout attempt at the moment here. So you can go through the individual charts and start to build your own chart lists based on that, and you can select multiple industries at once, and then those results also show in there in order of strength. So we come back to the market breadth. You've got industries, groups, sub-industries. So industries, there's less of those. Groups, there's only 25. So it shows you a different picture, but again, you can individually, so semiconductors, 60% at the moment in there. So IQE, for example, has been a huge mover in the last couple of months in the semiconductors group there. And then sectors is a different way of looking at the data. It goes from 0 to 100%, and it shows you the percentage of stocks in each sector that are technically healthy. So at the moment, if energy has been the leader recently, this week we've got healthcare, energy, communication services on the move, for example. There's only 30.8% of stocks that are technically healthy at the moment. If we scroll down, you get breadth charts for the various sectors as well at the moment based on their technical health, and their percentages go from a 0 to 100%. Another metric that we have is the SATA bullish percent index. So this shows you in this regard the weekly stage analysis technical attributes percentage from the core total in the market. So everything over 100 million market cap in the UK markets. At the moment, we've got 54.45% of stocks that are technically healthy as such on a weekly basis, and on a daily basis you can see it's 64.72, and it's just recently moved back below its 5-day moving average here. You can change the moving average down the bottom to obviously different measures, so to see the points, the 20-day, the 50-day, 5-day, 10-day are all good measures, but I generally as a default have it set to the 5-day, so you can see the periods of momentum. We have the stages summary, so this is the percentage of stocks that are in stage 2, stage 4 and stages 1 and 3. So the core total is the main one to be aware of, so everything over 100 million market cap, so 36.93% currently in stage 2, so uptrends versus 25.14% in stage 4 downtrends at the current time of this video. So we also have the more section where you can create your own chart lists in here. So you create a new chart list, you give it a name, you add the tickers. So if I wanted to add, so again, test 2, just say Lloyd's. So you don't need, it's just because they're all LSE tickers, you just need the ticker name. You don't need to add anything else to it, no .ls or .lse, etc. So let me just say Lloyd's. Games Workshop, anything else, Anto, and then let's just save the watch list. So watch list created successfully, adds them into the area there. You can then either go back to chart list, you can add more tickers, add something else into here, or you can view it in the screener and it will jump you through into the screener, refresh the page, it then gets loaded in the chart list section in your chart lists, and then you can look at that anytime. So people use this to track their portfolios, for example, on a regular basis, and you can obviously like add and remove stocks, as I said. So there's lots and lots of ways to do this. You can save your own personal screens. So if you run a screen and you want to filter it a little bit more, so for example, you want to exclude real estate, for example, or you want to exclude energy from that, you can see the results are changing here. You might then save the screen as your own. So you click that, just again, test 1, just give it a name. You can change the name later with that, and then that is saved for a later point. So if you look at a different set of filters, then you want to run this on any other day, you'll come back in and it will run it. You can see it's excluding the energy and the real estate as well as that. So you can basically, these are starting presets that help you get going, and then you can create your own saved screens, which you can then use to run your obviously favorite presets as such. And then you can come in, you can edit these. So I'm going to call it a different name, test 2. For example, you change that, it changes that name back, and you'll see it's now set to test 2. So that's a good overview of what's the screener and the stock pages have to offer, I think. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what's on the site. We do have in the members area, I'm going to be creating a dashboard area for here, so you can manage your subscription from this section here. You can search for different charts. So again, come back to Lloyd's, you can jump straight into the charts. So there's lots of ways you can get around the site. As I said, this is the sister site to our US site. So if I flick through, this is the US version of the stage analysis website. So again, if you don't get access to this, they're 2 separate subscriptions. But on this site, we've got obviously over 6,000 US stocks, and obviously all of the tools are identical to what you see on the UK site there. So you need different subscriptions for both, but they have the same functionality. So if you've used the UK site, if you've used the US site before, then the UK site will be very familiar to you. And then one more note, just wanted to highlight that I've added a Twitter handle for the UK account here. So if I zoom in on this, you can see it's at UK Stage Analysis. So you can, if you're on Twitter, X, then you can follow me on there, and I'll be obviously doing regular little posts through here like I do on the US version of that as well. Okay.